Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your very first time here, I would say welcome. And my name is Donna-Suela. In today's video, I will be talking about the do's and don'ts during a breakup. Well, okay, we'll start with the do's and then we'll go to the don'ts. The first do during a breakup is to cry it out. Don't try to brush it off like it was nothing. Don't try to, be a city girl or the bad girl mentality. Don't try to force that onto yourself. What that will do, it will only worsen your pain, and in the end, it'll hit you harder, right? And that's what happened to me. The first time I went through a breakup, I remember I tried to go to the gym. No, not the gym because there was Corona, but I tried to work out at home and just do everything but sit with myself, my thoughts, my feelings. And I just pretended that I was okay for the longest. For months, I pretended to be okay when I wasn't. So what I did eventually, I started to write in my diary. I started to write in my diary about my feelings. I was starting to be honest with myself, and it helped a lot. My mom advised me to make a list about a guy, the pros and cons list. I advise you to do the same if you want. So I did it, and the cons were of course more than the pros. But crying it out and talking it out with a friend would definitely be helpful. Of course, don't use your friends as therapists because they also have their own problems. They just don't want you to feel like a burden, so they might not tell you to, ease a little bit up on them. So crying it out, letting it out, maybe write a letter to the person, but you're not actually going to send it to them. You're just going to burn it, and it will feel like you just send them a letter. Everything you want them to know, write it down in that letter. Maybe get an envelope or something if you want to be extra with it, and then put it in it and then burn it. That's also something I've done during my breakup. Let's say you've cried it all out. Now it's time for number 2. And number 2 is hit the gym, pick up a new hobby, read a book, or learn a new language. I started to read books, self-help books, relationship books that could help me out in the future. This is Why Men Love Bitches. I think every girl needs this book. Every girl needs this book. Oh my goodness, the dust on it. Why Men Love Bitches by Sherry Argov, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And then I ordered this one from Steve Harvey, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. And now, the most recent one I've ordered is Get the Guy by Matthew Hussey. I first saw him on YouTube, found out that he wrote a book, and now I have it on my bookshelf. So I started reading books just to help me further down the road with relationships, since I made a lot of mistakes in the past with relationships and how I allowed guys to treat me. I started to learn a new language on Duolingo. It's an app, Duolingo, where you can learn multiple languages. It's so easy. To be honest, my school teachers have nothing on Duolingo. I'll tell you that. They have nothing on Duolingo. I started to learn Spanish and also Norwegian, but I'm lacking on it, so I need to pick that up again. And the gym, yes, I am going to the gym, but sometimes it's hard to stay motivated and be consistent with it. Something I also need to work on, my consistency with the gym. I do go to the gym, but it's hard. You gotta force yourself sometimes to get up out of bed. And it's okay if that happens. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to do something, but you'll still do it. It's okay when that happens, you know. You're not a failure. You're not less than those people that go to the gym at 6 a.m. You're not less than them. You're just on a different journey, and things are going to unravel differently for you. Now, let's move on to the don'ts during a breakup. So number 1 on my don't do this during your breakup is never text them. Never text them. Let me tell you why you shouldn't do this. Why you should not text them. It'll give them this ego boost that they have you wrapped around their pinky finger, and it'll only give them a new opportunity to disappoint you again. You know, and this is one quote I do like, never let a man tell you twice that he don't want you. Now, that is true. I know, because I've done this dumb mistake. I'll blame the retrograde. I'll blame it on the retrograde. It was retrograde when I did text him. So months after our separation, I felt the urge to just get some closure. I really wanted some closure. I don't know why, but I just said, you know what? I'll text him. And I DM'd him. Guess what? I waited 3 hours. Still no response. I deleted the text and I was like, you know what? Fine. That was an answer, and that was all the closure I needed. Him not reaching out to me, him not responding to my DM was all the closure I needed. And I was like, you know what? I'll get some self-respect and move on, leave you alone. You probably don't want to deal with me. It's fine. So I'll move on. And I did. It was hard. It was painful. I felt humiliated. I felt embarrassed again, because the first time he let me go already. That was the first time. And now I kind of gave him a new way to tell me, I don't want you. So never let a man tell you he don't want you more than once. You texting him, there is no guarantee that he'll respond. If he has a new girlfriend, most definitely he won't respond. Most definitely. Men are really bold when they get a new girl. They are really bold. They think they're all of that. So they won't respond to you because he's kind of satisfied with her at the moment. He doesn't want to mess that up. Okay. Number 2. So we had number 1, never text them. Number 2, don't blame yourself. It was not your fault that it happened, that it ended. It was not. Don't blame yourself that it ended. You had nothing to do with it. God or the universe, again, I don't know what you believe in, they wrote it down for it to happen like this. Your journey does not just happen because it has to happen. No, it happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. They probably wanted you to get out of your comfort zone. You know, try some new things. Glow up. Boss up. Get a new hobby. They probably wanted that from you. They know what they're doing. You don't know what's going on in your life. You're probably like, who is writing my story for me? But everyone gets a happy ending as long as you just let it flow and do your part of your job and let God do the rest. I remember blaming myself. I thought to myself, maybe if I were prettier, maybe if I were skinnier, maybe if I were more sexual, anything like that, maybe he would want me, maybe he wouldn't leave me, maybe he would think twice about just tossing me to the side and go into someone new. Maybe. I blamed myself for the longest. I thought to myself, what did you do wrong? What did I say? Did I say something? Did it piss him off? What did I do? But that's the thing, I didn't do anything. When a guy has in his mind that he doesn't want anything to do with you, that he has someone else, someone better, when that's on his mind, best believe he'll leave. That rhymes. So you cannot force someone to love you the way you love them. It's either they love you or they don't. And if they don't, it's fine. There's someone else out there willing to love you, but you gotta start first. And that was also my problem. I didn't love myself enough to even leave after the first red flag. But I do have to thank him. I saw this quote on Instagram. It's not really a quote, where the girl says, I thank the man for leaving because I don't know if I would have done it. And that was my situation. I don't think I would have left if he didn't. And God takes people out of your lives if they don't bring the good out of you. Thinking back, what good did he bring out of me? I don't know. I was just too comfortable sitting around waiting for his text, waiting for his call. I didn't really do anything productive with my life back then. My world kind of revolved around him and what he was saying to me, what our next move together would be. That was my world. And after he left, I started to get productive because I wanted some kind of revenge. I wanted to throw it in his face that, I'm better off without you. I'm doing good. You don't have to worry about me. All of that kind of stuff. I wanted to even get my revenge body. I don't know if it worked. I don't know if that worked, but I did do something, and that was discover me. I discovered who I wanted to be. I discovered the woman I wanted to grow into. I realized that I no longer wanted to allow guys to tell me my worth. Their actions don't define my worth. Their lack of interest in me does not define my worth. And that is all thanks to the breakup. My eyes opened up, all thanks to that. So sometimes these type of things happen because you need to grow and evolve as a girl or woman, whatever you are. You need to evolve as a human being. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys have learned something new, and I hope you like it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.